Notion and how to make a really cool, I would say the killing content calendar in this really cool app called Notion, well, this is what we're going to do today. This is my first ever video about this tool called Notion, because you can use Notion on your phone, your iPad, and online on your computer. There's an app as well. So this is really handy to have access to all your informations everywhere you go. Anyways, let's get right into what we are going to do today, step by step. Okay, so what to expect in this video? What are you going to get watching it? First, we're going to go into my computer and we're going to look into my content calendar, the one I've created, the one that everything is set up already. And so I'm going to show you what I've done. And two, we're going to recreate that, the exact same one, so you can have the same as me. If you like the layout, if you like how I walk, you will be able to do it yourself. Follow along, take your computer, and we will do it together. Okay, so here is my Notion. So as you can see, I have my main page called You Got This. And then in this page, I have another page. So inside this page, I have a page called Content. So you will see that I have a cover, an icon / emoji. You can also add a comment, didn't do it. Then I have some blocks, that is different blocks I am using. Those blocks are called database. So the first one is a table list. So I have different properties in that table. One is when things need to be published, the title of the content, what platform is going to go to, the pillar, the subject, kind of, and what I have to do. Do I have to promote it, write it, create it, whatever. And then if it's, and in this, that is the default view, so the view of the table, right? And then I have the calendar view. So I can have my calendar, and if I want to do something on the 15th, because I don't know, it's easier for me to see things on the calendar, I would switch views and be like, okay, this day I need to do that. And when I want to go back and see all of my properties at once, I'll go back to the default view. Then we have the content IDs and pillars. So here I made a gallery, and so each gallery is one content pillar. So I have about 7 of them: Reels, YouTube, tip, educational, BTS, like personal stuff. So client work, passion project, quotes and lettering, and digital illustrations. And then I have some toggle list, and inside I add some to do or other, like that's a table again for passion projects to work on. So basically we're going to do that all together. So let me explain to you quick how that works. So first, when I have a publishing date and I have my content title, every title here, see on the sides it says open. That means I can open this page. So inside my page, I have database with properties, and inside this property of content title, I can add a page. So for example, this one here is the Instagram post. That's Instagram, that's a client passion project, and I had to promote it, so I had to publish it on Instagram, right? If I click on it, it opened me another page, and on this other page I write my caption, my hashtags, and I can also add whatever other database I want, quote, or another table inline, or a board, or another gallery. So inside the page you can put a page, inside the page you can put page, and so go on. This is how Notion works. So the other thing that you need to know before we actually get started and create it is that in Notion you're able to sort your table, and you're also able to filter them. So here, as you can see, it's in blue. It's because I have a filter on, and I also have a sort on. So I sorted from publishing date ascending. So it goes from the 29th until the 31st of October. So it goes ascending, right? Or if I want, I could do descending. So we'll go from October 21st to September 29th. But I like it, you know, in order. Then we have a filter. Basically, this filter, I set it up for where completed is not checked. That means it's showing me the work or the content that have not been completed in this view. But if I uncheck it, it's going to show me the content that I've completed because I filter it for where the completable is not checked, right? So now this is all the content from July 23rd when I start doing my Notion board. This is all the content I published already that I completed. So see, you've got blog posts, YouTube videos, Instagram posts, and so those are not deleted. I didn't delete any of my old content I want to see in the future. Oh, I've already talked about it. Oh, I've already shown that. I know it because I haven't deleted the page. I only just took it off of the thing that still need to be published. So I'm gonna check this again and we're going to go back at content that are planned but not yet published. And then into the content pillar, as you see the gallery, as I said, each gallery is a page. So if I click on Reels, for example, I will have a new page opening, and inside this page I made a to-do of Reels that I need to make. So here are some ideas, and then I can add to-dos if I want, or if I click on the slash, this is for comments. So I do slash and I can choose to add a link to another page, or I can add an emoji or another list or another calendar or whatever I want into that page. Yeah, this is how I organize myself. You can also add a cover as you see over here. Yeah, now let's create it. So the first thing you want to do when creating your killer content calendar in Notion, you have to say it's very cool. You have to have one page that's your principal page. That's the page that hold all of your sub pages, I would call them. And so inside your page you have that plus button and it says quickly add a page inside. So this is what we're going to do. So click on this. It's going to bring you a brand new page. You can give it a name. So we start by the title, content calendar, or whatever you want to call it. Just press enter to continue with an empty page. So this is what we're going to do. We're not going to do any of that yet. We're just going to enter. Alright, so now this is where we can start building our database and stuff. But what if we want to add a cover and an emoji on another image like I've done? If you go over your title here, you will see that some options appear to customize. So you can add comment, add a cover, or add an icon. So let's add an icon. So yeah, I did a clock by default, I guess. You can just click on it and change it. So you can say random, or you can get through a link. So if you know a link from an icon or something that is, you know, moving, or do an emoji. So if I do an emoji from the calendar, I will choose the calendar. Obviously, we got an icon from emoji. So now we're going to choose our cover. Add cover. When you do add cover, it's gonna select a random cover. But you can do change cover and you can upload, link, or go into Unsplash and choose whatever images you want. So let's do the Hollywood one. Great, you can also reposition. So if you want it to be more here or more there. Alright, so now we are going to create our first database, our first comment. So we're going to do type slash for comments. So we're going to do slash, and we want some table. So we're going to do table in line. This is our first database. So let's click on it. And here it's going to ask you to title it. So we're going to call it schedule. This is how I called mine. And this is how you're going to this is where you're going to schedule your content. Now, here it says name. So this is your properties over here. So how many properties I got in my content? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we need 6 different properties. So here you're going to go into the plus and you're going to add some properties. Alright, the first one will be date. So if you click here, it says name, alright? So if you click on name, we need a name one, so we're going to keep it that one. So let's just take this column, you hold it and you drag it before name. So that's going to be your first column. And the first column is the publishing date. So let's do publishing date. Now it's not a text that you want, it's a date. So you're going to go into text, that arrow here, and you're going to choose date. And then here, every time that you add something to your date column is going to bring you on the calendar, and you can either have a reminder, an end date, including a time, change the time zone and all. Then that's gonna be name. So let's name in title content. There you go. Then in tag, instead of saying tags, click on it and write platforms. It's a multi-select one, so this is what you want, and you keep it like this. Then you have content pillar, so you have to select one of your content pillar you have. So you write pillars, and instead of text you want to select. So here when we are going to add something, you have new categories. Then we're going to add the last one is going to be complete, and it's not a text but a checkbox, and just like that you're done. So now let's have an example if we want to add our content over here. So let's say we want to publish something on the 30th. It's gonna be called Reel About Adobe, and you want to have it on actually Instagram and TikTok, right? Because it's a reel, so you can, you know, leverage it for the platform. So you're going to do, okay, I want it on Instagram, so it's going to create that tag, so you click on it. If you don't like the color, you can always go on those three little dots and choose the color of your choice. Let's do red. And then you also want to publish on TikTok. So same, is going to create a TikTok one, click on it and change the color if you are like. So now you know that you have on the September 30th, you want to publish something about Reel About Adobe, and you are going to publish on Instagram and TikTok. And now what is this about? So Reel About Adobe, I'll say that it's more like an educational post. You're going to teach people something. So the POR would be educational, and then you click on it, and you can also change the color for educational to green. And yeah, you know that this is scheduled. And if you don't want to forget about it, go in your date and then remind on day of event, and you will remember that you have to publish on that day. Alright, so now we're going to do our content IDs and pillars gallery. So you're going to go underneath your table in line, and you are going to do the slash once again, and this time you want to tap gallery. So you want to do gallery inline. So name it content IDs and pillars. So each page, so page 1, 2, 3, that's going to be your content pillar. So let's say you are making a lot of reels, that's one pillar. Then we're going to this page and you're going to name it, I don't know, tips. And the last one will be quotes, okay? So now you have your 3 pillars. Inside your pillars, you're going to add your content IDs. But first, here's what I do. Here, at the end, you're going to move again to add a new block, toggle list. And here I gonna name this one more IDs, so I explain why. Because into this toggle list, so this one we don't need, you can always delete one. Inside this toggle list, I'm going to have 2, and this is where I'm going to brainstorm all of my content. Like, okay, Adobe Capture, okay, I want to talk about Procreate or Notion, how to make a content calendar in Notion, right? And so here are my ideas that come inside my head, sometimes in the car, sometimes in my bed, sometimes wherever I am and I have an idea, I write it down into my toggle list of more ideas. Now let me show you how to add filters and sort your table, and we're also going to look at how to add a view. So let's add a view first. Here beside schedule, beside your title or however you schedule it, it says add a view. And so you can add a view of a board, timeline, calendar, list, or gallery. So what I like to do is calendar as you show on mine. So everything that I'm going to schedule as a table, I'm going to add it as a calendar. So let's do calendar, create. And so here's our calendar, and here is our planning for the 30th. And if you want to go back to table view, just do default views and you're back here. So you can switch in between the views, and you can obviously add multiple views. You're not limited to only calendar and the default one. You can add another view. Then for our filter and sort. So let's just add something random. On the 8th, we're going to talk about blah, blah, blah. This is going to be for Instagram and educational again. And let's do one on the 15th, same, random. Okay, so we're going to say that this one is complete and we still have those two to go. So here nothing is happening. I click complete, doesn't go away, right? Because I didn't filter it. So let's do the filter. So you're going to go into those three little dots here and you're going to add filter. And here you said add a filter. So here you want to go into the complete one. That's your properties. Search for the property of complete. And you said, I want to view only where complete is checked. So you only see the one that you already done. And then if you uncheck this, it's only going to show you the one that you haven't done yet, you haven't completed. So this is a filter. So you can go back in filter, check this, see what you've done in the past, and keep on going like that. You can also delete this filter, remove, and you have them all. Now let's sort them. Same, go into the three little dots and do sort. Add sort, and it's going to say, okay, what do you want? Well, I want my publishing date to be ascending. Or you can do descending if it's what you like. This is how you sort things. Just like that, you created an amazing killing content calendar in Notion. I really hope that you loved this video and that you learned something new today. If you did, please subscribe to my channel and don't forget to like this video. It always helps me out. And yes, if you are interested about Notion, I will make more Notion video with some quick tips and some stuff that you can create for your business and or organize your own personal life. So anyways, thank you so much for watching. I will see you next Sunday. Thank you again and take care.